DNA case. What happened was, in Maryland, we passed a law, I testified for it, which is to collect DNA at the time when there's probable cause to believe somebody's committed a violent crime. So they've been arrested, they take a Q-tip, put it against the inside of the cheek and put it in a bottle. And one of the most important things I think about DNA is I started the first civil rights section in the history of the state of Maryland in the Attorney General's office. But I think it's important. There's a lot of good things to that. But one of the things I think is the importance of making sure that when we arrest somebody, when we put them in jail for a long time, when we're going to put them in death row, that they're actually the person that committed the crime. So one of the things DNA does is it not only exculpates, tell you who's guilty, but it also exonerates. It tells you everybody else that's a suspect is not guilty in that case. And it's this positive scientific evidence, very much like fingerprints. So when our Court of Appeals overturned our DNA collection statute, we are in the process of appealing that case. And Chief Justice Roberts sort of signaled in a way that they're going to hear the case because that's part of the standard for issuing a stay. So he stayed the order of our court, meaning we're allowed to continue to collect DNA and then prosecute criminals based on that. I personally prosecuted a case of a woman who got raped in Kensington, Maryland, from someone 13 years earlier. Every day of her life she thought about it, never thought they'd find the person, and sure enough, in Virginia, as I mentioned this morning, if you walk within a couple hundred yards of a police station, they take your DNA. And I think it was literally popped on a shoplifting charge. And they were able to match his DNA to the perpetrator. In that case, I prosecuted or put him in jail for a long time. So it's a case that we need. You're allowed to stick a needle in somebody's arm when they arrest them. The Supreme Court just said you could strip search them. Obviously, you can fingerprint them, so we think you should be able to use DNA. So that's one of the cases that we're actually in the process right now of filing our brief. We should have it in the next week or two. The second issue